Welcome back, everybody. My name is Taylor Martin. This is the best Damn EDC, and today I have yet another unboxing for you. And this one is a bit of a continuation because a few weeks ago I unboxed the Spinnaker Dumas, and literally minutes before I finished the video, I broke the watch. So I redid the end to show you guys that I broke it, to give my thoughts on that, and update you on what Spinnaker said. Spinnaker did respond after they sent me a replacement. They said that they first apologized for the watch breaking, said that that was not in line with the feedback they received, that it was mostly a very durable watch. I don't know. I'm still very skeptical of mineral crystal bezels. I'm actually wearing another Spinnaker watch. They sent this one. I did not unbox it. I think it was sent to me by mistake, but I don't know. Anyway, this watch is the Cahill, and this is the black and green version. I really like the look of this watch, but it does have a mineral crystal. I've been wearing this for about a week, and I have not had any issues. I don't really think I've banged it on too much, but I've been working a lot. I built this set wearing this watch. I painted the future nursery at home. I've done a lot of work, and I have not banged this up at all yet. So the verdict's still out for me on mineral crystal. I think I would much prefer stainless steel over mineral crystal. That being said, we have another Spinnaker watch in this box, and this Spinnaker does not have a mineral crystal bezel. I'm happy to say that this one actually has what appears to be a stainless steel bezel, but also I don't think you're going to care too much about how this one looks. If it gets a little banged up, I think that's okay. You're going to see why here in a minute, but just for reference, this watch is not currently available. You can sign up to pre-order it. It will be available at the end of March. You can sign up now, but it is available shipping at the end of March. Let's get inside this box. This is the Spinnaker Rec. Let's do the thing. So here we are with yet another Spinnaker watch. As I mentioned in the last Spinnaker video, Spinnaker is a type of sail, and Spinnaker does prominently very nautical themed watches, and this one is definitely no different, but it's very different from the other options. So this one on my wrist is the Spinnaker Cahill. Don't really know many of the nautical cues in this one. Obviously you've got your Dumas, which is an homage. It pays homage to an old, 1980 style Omega. But this one, this watch inside here, this is the Rec SP-5065. So there are some Spinnaker Rec models currently available, but this is the new and updated Rec. Spinnaker wanted you to see this and think it could be something that was found in a shipwreck, is the idea. Like, obviously, this was not found in a shipwreck. It was found in the box that you bought it in, but it looks like an old aged watch right out of the box, and it just looks really cool. So inside we have the same Spinnaker box as before. Open this up, that's a little Spinnaker right there. If you open the box, we're gonna get to, actually it's not covered in plastic this time, it's covered in paper. We have the pillow and some tags. We also have another microfiber cloth with the Spinnaker logo, and I believe the same, your chance to win and 15% off your first purchase. If you sign up for the newsletter and get 15% off. So sign up for their newsletter, 15% off a $280 watch is not a bad deal. So this watch is gonna set you back $280. So let's get it off the pillow, move that to the side as well. Take off the paper. Ooh boy, this is gonna be fun. Get the paper off that, off the buckle, and get the tag off. So the tag just has a little information on how to wind the watch. Unscrew the screw down crown. Give it a few, it's already running because I've jostled it around in the box a little bit, but just twist this maybe 12 to 20 times, push in on the crown and screw the crown back down. And you're up and running. So it comes in a few different color options. There's a navy and there's one with a green face. So what Spinnaker says about this watch is that the advent of scuba diving has not only opened the majesty of the underwater natural world, it has also allowed us to revisit episodes of our own history through the discovery of man-made wrecks. Fallen ships, aircraft, and other land-based remains are for the wreck diver exhilarating and spectacular and yet somber reminders of wars, accidents, and other natural disasters. The Wreck automatic diver from Spinnaker attempts to echo some of this fascinating part of the scuba universe through design cues and techniques And yet, while doing so, it remains a wearable, functional, and compelling piece of dive watch timekeeping. Just taking the watch in really quick, I believe it has the same movement as the others. Yeah, so this is the same movement as on both of the Spinnaker watches I've received. That is the Seiko NH35 TMI movement. It has, in red lettering, it has your water resistance. I believe that is 100 meters. I think it says 320 feet, and it also says automatic underneath. But this is not quite the water resistance you see in some of the other Spinnakers I've got. But man, the design on this is really nice. I love that bronze. I'm not a huge fan of this black band though. This is a 22mm band like the others, but it's a black leather. I'm not a huge fan of black leather to begin with, but I love this Tang buckle. I love the brass on the buckle. Like, I might, if I keep this watch, I might cut this buckle off and try to get another made, but I honestly, truly, I'll probably end up with a NATO strap. When it comes to the case, you've actually got a 316L stainless steel with an exhibition case back. That is the same for all three of these watches. You can't see it on this one because I have the Zulu strap on, but these are all the same steel, the same movement inside with an exhibition case back. You have a hardened mineral crystal sapphire coated lens, and you have a distressed hand-finished dial with applied index. It was actually mentioned on the website that these dials are actually on the PDF that I received. These dials are all force patinaed by hand. So it's an aluminum dial on the inside, and that was done by hand. All the patina you see there, and this inlay. So this is a 316L stainless steel case. I imagine the bezel is also that stainless steel, but there's an inlay of aluminum. So this is an aluminum bezel, but it's already patinaed. It's already beat up and scratched. And if you have to look really close to see some of the details. And it just looks so great. I love things that look old and beaten up. And I do prefer to beat them up myself. But in a watch like this, getting one that's already beat up, I'm not going to be worried about scratching it or beating it up even further. That's just something, I don't think everybody's going to agree with me on that. Your indexes here and the hands all have Swiss Superluminova on them, and you've got kind of brass accents or bronze accents, I believe, all throughout. You have them on the hands. Spinnaker text is also in it, and then your date complication window is also lined in this little brass accent. It's really, really nice. Some other information about the wreck. You do have your screw down crown. I showed you that. You have a unidirectional matte aluminum bezel, so it is aluminum inlay, but I believe it is still your stainless on the outside. It could be this all aluminum. I'm not entirely sure. But it will get beat up, but I think that's totally okay. But it is a unidirectional bezel. You have a diameter of 43 millimeters. Your thickness is about 14.5 millimeters, and the weight is 100 grams. The different colors of this watch will come with different color bands as well out of the box. And they all really match the watch that you come with. So this one has the black dial and the black bezel, so you get a black band. There is also a green and a navy version, and I think there's a different black version of this as well that's maybe a different color case. But this one is the bronze, and I love the way that bronze looks. And so far, I really like that. I love the other Spinnaker watch, the Cahill. I've been wearing this almost every day. I really like the look of this watch. It looks really good with a Zulu or NATO band. And this one, the Dumas, it looked great, but one of the problems, and I didn't mention this in the end of the other video, one of the problems is that the lugs are kind of integrated. They're not drilled through, and it is really tough to get different bands on this. And you're not gonna have that problem with these two watches, the Cahill and the Rec, because they have just your standard lugs. But that's just something to note about the Dumas that I did not mention before, that octagonal design means your lugs are integrated, and it does affect which bands work. This exact band, I had this one on the Dumas before I broke it. This band was really, really tough to get on the Dumas, and it was very, very tight in there, and it's not a super thick nylon. And I think this is gonna be definitely on my wrist a lot. I love that bronze look. I don't think that's gonna look too well with the green. I might have to go with a different band on this one. Might not go well with a brown leather either. So I've got to pick the band very carefully. Once again, it is $280 and it will be available at the end of March. It is not currently available, but you can pre-order this watch today. So we're back with the Spinnaker Rec. I have been wearing this watch off and on for about 2 weeks. I shot this video and they actually pushed back the embargo date. And I wanted to love this watch. I really, really did, because it's brass, or bronze, not brass, it's bronze. And you know me, I love patinaed things, but I don't know, there's just something about the face of this watch. The dial is
not as good as I thought it'd be. I don't know. The looms are not nearly as good as some of the other watches they've sent, but it fixes my one problem that I had with the Dumas, which was this mineral crystal bezel. This one doesn't have it. It's got an aluminum inlay, and you don't have to worry about destroying this watch because the only glass on this is a sapphire crystal. So it's much more robust and rugged, and it's already beat up, so you don't have to worry about beating up the watch. It comes beat up a little bit, which is really, really neat. But there's just something about it. I think maybe the watch band or the strap that I put on here, I don't know what to put on this watch. It's bronzed, so it doesn't look good with my typical brown leather. It comes with a black leather, and I don't like black leather. I don't know what to put on this. So if you guys know of a better strap or band for this, let me know, because that's probably the one thing that's killing it for me. I don't know what to put on it, and I'm just out of ideas. Maybe a black NATO or Zulu, I don't know. But the surprising thing for me was this, the Cahill. I did not think I would really like this watch from them, and I love it. The looms are amazing, but again, it's got a mineral crystal bezel, so given time, I will probably destroy this one too. But the Rec, I really want to love it, but I just don't know what to do with it yet. So yeah, there's that. But if you are interested in this, the Cahill, the Dumas, any of the Spinnaker watches, just hit the links down below. That is going to do it for this video. If you found it helpful and you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe to see more stuff like this in the future, including the EDC Weekly. I do a community show every single Friday, and I fill the rest of the week with videos like this. And hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. If you want to support the channel, just hit the links down below. Sometimes there are affiliate links. If you buy anything, it does help us out. It gives us a little kickback, and you don't have to pay anything extra. It just, the gear you're going to buy anyway, we get a little credit for it. And if you want to help us even further, you can go to patreon.com/bestdamnedc. Be sure to follow us around the web. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at bestdamnedc. You can find me, Taylor Martin, on Twitter and Instagram at CasperTech. And until next time, carry on.